Shabbat Sukkoth, and Sukkoth Shalom to everyone. I love you all with an everlasting love, as our Mattiyahu and Shamayim loves each and every one of us. I wanted to come on here today to bring you some encouraging scriptures, because I know that some people have some concerns about October 4th and what the government is planning to do with this alert. The scripture, Luke 12:4. But I say to you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, and after that are unable to do any more. But I shall show you whom you should fear. Fear the one, after killing, possesses authority to cast you into Gehenna. Yea, I say to you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 copper coins, and not one of them is forgotten before Elohim Yahuwah? But even the hairs of your head have all been numbered. Do not fear. You are worth more than many sparrows. And I say to you, everyone who confesses me before men, the son of Adam, shall also confess him before the messengers of Elohim. But he that has denied me before men shall be denied before the messengers of Yahuwah. And everyone who shall speak a word against the son of Adam, it shall be forgiven him. But to him who has blasphemed against the Ruach HaKodesh, it shall not be forgiven. Another scripture that sounds somewhat the same, but it's repeated again to show its importance, is in Matthew 10. I'll start at 26. Or I'm going to start at 10:24. Sorry. A Talmud is not above his teacher, nor a servant above his master. It is enough for the Talmud to become like his teacher and a servant like his master. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more those of his household? Therefore, do not fear them, for whatever is concealed shall be revealed, and whatever is hidden shall be made known. Like the true name Yahuwah. What I say to you in the dark, speak in the light, and what you hear in the ear, proclaim on the housetops. And do not fear those who kill the body, but are unable to kill the being, but rather fear him who is able to destroy both being and body in Gehenna. Those who knew the name were afraid to say it. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a copper coin, and not one of them falls to the ground without your Father? And even the hairs of your head are all numbered, so do not fear, you are worth more than many sparrows. Everyone therefore who shall confess me before men, him I shall also confess before my Father who is in the Shamayim. But whoever shall deny me before men, him I shall also deny before my Father who is in the Shamayim. Do not think that I have come to bring peace on Eretz, or the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword, for I have come to bring division, a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's enemies are those of his own household. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take up his pole and follow after me is not worthy of me. He who has found his life shall lose it, and he that has lost his life for my sake shall find it. He who receives you receives me, and he who receives me receives him who sent me. He who receives a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, and he who receives a righteous one in the name of a righteous one shall receive a righteous one's reward. And whoever gives one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a Talmud, truly I say to you, he shall by no means lose his reward. I wanted to bring you these scriptures to bring you some peace. I'm also going to read some scriptures for Sukkoth as well. I also wanted to read Luke 12:34. For where your treasure is, there your heart shall be also. Let your loins be girded and your lamps burning. And be like men waiting for their master, when he shall return from the wedding, that when he comes and knocks, they open to him immediately. Baruchah, or blessed, are those servants whom the master, when he comes, shall find watching. Truly I say to you that he shall gird himself and make them sit down to eat, and shall come and serve them. And if he comes in the second watch or in the third watch, and finds them so, Baruchah, or blessed, are those servants. And know this, that if the master of the house had known what hour the thief comes, he would have watched and not allowed his house to be broken into. And you then be ready, for the Son of Adam is coming at an hour you do not expect. And the scriptures for Sukkoth are Exodus 23:16. 1 second. Okay, Exodus 23:16. I will start at 15 now. Guard the festival of unleavened bread, 7 yomim. You eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, at the time appointed in the month of Abib, for in it you came out of Mitzrayim, or Egypt. And do not appear before me empty-handed. And the festival of the harvest, the first fruits of your labors, which you have sown in the field, and the festival of the ingathering at the outgoing of the year, when you have gathered in the fruit of your labors from the field. And that is the first time that they talk about the festival right here, the festival of Sukkoth. Exodus 34:22. And perform the festival of weeks, which is Sukkoth, for yourselves, of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the festival of ingathering at the turn Tekufah of the year. 3 times in the year all your men are to appear before the Master Yahuwah, the Elohim of Yasharal, for I dispossess nations before you, and shall enlarge your borders, and let no one covet your land when you go up to appear before Yahuwah, your Elohim, 3 times in the year. And then Leviticus 23:34. Okay, Leviticus 23:34, and that chapter is called Uakara, and it says, and he called. Sorry, I'm trying to find it real quick. 23:34. Okay. Here we are. Speak to the children of Yasharal, saying, on the 15th Yom, or 15th day, of this 7th month is the festival of Sukkoth, for 7 Yomim to Yahuwah, 7 days. On the first Yom is a set-apart mikra. You do no servile work. For 7 Yomim you bring an offering made by fire to Yahuwah. On the 8th Yom, or 8th day, there shall be a set-apart mikra for you, and you shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahuwah. It is a closing festival. You do no servile work. These are the appointed times of Yahuwah, which you proclaim as set-apart gatherings, to bring an offering made by fire to Yahuwah, a burnt offering and a grain offering, a slaughtering and drink offerings, as commanded for every Yom, every day, besides the Shabbats of Yahuwah, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your voluntary offerings, which you give to Yahuwah. On the 15th Yom of the 7th moon you shall gather in the fruit of the land, observe the festival of Yahuwah for 7 Yomim, 7 days. On the 1st Yom is a rest, and on the 8th Yom a rest, and you shall take for you on the 1st Yom the fruit of good trees, branches of palm trees, twigs of leafy trees, and willows of the stream, and shall rejoice before Yahuwah your Elohim for 7 Yomim. And you shall observe it as a festival to Yahuwah for 7 Yomim, or days, in the year, a law forever in your generations. Observe it in the 7th month. Dwell in booths for 7 days, or Yomim. All who are native Yasharalites dwell in booths, so that your generations know that I made the children of Yasharal dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim or Egypt. I am Yahuwah your Elohim. And then Deuteronomy 16:13 through 15. Okay, Deuteronomy 16:13 through 15. Perform the festival of booths, which is Sukkoth, for 7 days or 7 yomim after the ingathering from your threshing floor and from your winepress, and you shall rejoice in your festival, you and your sons and your daughter, and your male servant and your female servant, and the Levite and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow who are within your gates. For 7 yomim you shall observe a festival to Yahuwah your Elohim, in the place which Yahuwah chooses, because Yahuwah your Elohim does baruch you, or bless you, in all your increase and in all the work of your hands, and you shall be only rejoicing, being joyful, having happiness. 3 times a year all your males appear before Yahuwah your Elohim in the place which he chooses, at the festival of unleavened bread, and at the festival of weeks, which is and at the festival of booths, which is Sukkoth. And none should appear before Yahuwah empty-handed, but each one with the gift of his hand, according to the blessing of Yahuwah, or the Baruchah of Yahuwah your Elohim, which he has given you. Appoint judges and officers within all your gates, which Yahuwah your Elohim is giving you, according to your tribes, and they shall judge the people with righteous right ruling. Do not distort right ruling, do not show partiality, nor take a bribe, for a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and twists the words of the righteous. Follow righteousness alone, so that you live and inherit the land which Yahuwah your Elohim is giving you. Do not plant for yourselves any tree as an Asherah near the altar of Yahuwah your Elohim that you make for yourself. And do not set up a pillar, spire, steeple, obelisk, which Yahuwah your Elohim hates. Okay, so those were the scriptures for, I ended up reading a little further, but those are the scriptures for Sukkoth. I love you all so much, and also remember, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, as long as you have Yahuwah. I love you all with an everlasting love. Shalom, shalom, Shabbat Sukkoth, Sukkoth Shalom. I love you all so much. Bye.